So here's a weird question. When was the last time you had a full-on conversation with a plastic bottle? No, really. Because after today, you just might. You see, in my garden I've got tiny creatures made from soda bottles who watch over my basil, a one-eyed flower guardian made from a milk jug, and a sassy little bird with a bottle cap beak who seems to judge my overwatering habits. And the wild part, none of them cost a single cent. They were all made from what most folks throw away without thinking twice. Hey you, yes you with the green thumb and the half-empty water bottle in your hand. Welcome to Timeless Garden, where we don't do boring and we definitely don't do expensive. Whether you're a longtime friend of the channel or just stumbled in for the first time, I'm so glad you're here because today we're not just recycling, we're creating character, charm, and little bits of joy that will live right in your garden. So before you toss out that plastic bottle, hit subscribe, give this video a like if your plants have more personality than your neighbors. And tell me in the comments if you could give a bottle buddy a name, what would it be? Funny, fancy, or just plain weird? I want to hear it. Alright, grab your scissors, rescue that bottle from the bin, and let's make some garden magic. Trust me, your plants are gonna love their new roommates. Idea 1. The Watchful Worm Guardian. Okay, picture this, a long squiggly garden worm, but with sunglasses. Not slimy, not creepy. Just chillin' beside your tomato plant like it's his full-time job. Grab a 1.5-liter bottle and cut it in half lengthwise. Not across the belly but down the back so it opens like a canoe. Paint it a bold garden green, or maybe lavender if you're feeling cheeky. Then take the bottle caps from your soda stash and glue them on for googly eyes. For the final touch, give him some painted-on shades and eyebrows that say I see everything. Now perch him on the soil like he's guarding your seedlings. You'll be shocked how many people stop and ask, wait, is that a worm with attitude? Garden buddy level. Mysterious but friendly. Idea 2. The Bottle Cap Owl Perch. Okay, now this one is for those of us who secretly believe our gardens are being watched. And honestly, I kind of hope they are. Because today we're making a wise little owl using nothing more than a squat plastic juice bottle, a few bottle caps, and a lot of garden personality. First, grab a short plastic bottle. The kind with a round base works great. Cut 2 little ears or points near the top, right where the cap is, to give that classic owl silhouette. Now here's where the fun begins. Use 2 big bottle caps as the eyes go bold with color if you want. Then stack smaller caps or buttons inside for that wide-eyed stare. I like to make mine a little cross-eyed just for mischief. Paint the body in soft browns, grays, or even deep forest green. And for the wings, use pieces of old snack packaging or shiny labels cut into leaf shapes. Glue them onto the sides so they stick out just slightly. Now perch your owl on a wooden stake, an old broom handle, or even a low fence post. Suddenly you've got a silent little guardian who's watching everything but judging nothing. And here's the best part. Put him near your herbs or favorite flowers, and I promise, someone is going to stop and say, wait, is that an owl made out of bottles? Yes. Idea 3. The Cheeky Gnome Guzzler. Alright, every garden needs that one buddy who looks like he's had a long day, seen too much, and just wants to sit quietly with his hat pulled low and his beard full of secrets. Meet the Gnome Guzzler, made from a 2-liter plastic bottle turned completely upside down. Here's how it works. Keep the cap on. That's gonna be his little gnome nose. Now paint the top half, which used to be the bottom of the bottle, to look like pants, deep red or mossy green. The middle, that's his shirt. Blue, mustard yellow, even stripes if you're feeling playful. And between the shirt and the cap nose, add a cotton or yarn beard that fluffs out just enough to give him character. The hat? You can roll a cone out of cardboard or use the top of a party cup. Stick it right on the bottle's base. Now the top of his head. Bonus points if it flops to one side like he's half asleep. Set this little guy near a flower bed or veggie patch, and boom, you've got yourself a grumpy garden gnome who's probably muttering something under his breath about these darn weeds. Optional, plant a small herb in the top of his hat. Mint works great. Then your gnome's hat becomes a living, growing part of the decor. Idea 4. The Upside-Down Jellyfish Sprinkler. Now if your garden needs a little bit of whimsy, something that waves hello in the breeze and surprises your guests, this next buddy is your answer. Say hello to the upside-down jellyfish. Start with a clear plastic bottle, like the kind from soda or water. Cut the bottom off cleanly so you're left with a wide open mouth. Now take a needle or pin and poke a bunch of tiny holes through the bottle cap. This will let water drip through like a gentle sprinkle. Here's where it gets fun. Paint the bottle in swirly ocean colors, blues, purples, maybe a splash of gold if you're feeling fancy. Then attach long strands of cut-up plastic bags, ribbons, or yarn to the open bottom. These are your jellyfish tentacles, and the more uneven and wild they look, the better. Now hang this creature from a tree branch, garden hook, or even a clothesline over your garden bed. When it rains, instant sprinkler. When it's sunny, you can fill it manually and give your plants a soft, slow drink. And every time the wind picks up, those jellyfish legs dance like they're performing a silent underwater ballet right in your backyard. Idea 5. The bottle bunny who thinks she's a flower pot. Now this one is for all the soft-hearted gardeners out there. The ones who talk to their plants and maybe even name their tomatoes, no judgment. Because this next buddy, she's got big eyes, floppy ears, and she's convinced she's a flower pot. Start with a 1-liter plastic bottle and slice off the top about 3/4 of the way up. Keep that top part, you'll need it in a second. Paint the bottom part white, pale pink, or even lavender, whatever feels bunny-like to you. Add a sweet little face, eyes, nose, some rosy cheeks, and that signature bunny smile. Now for the ear. Take the bottle top you cut off earlier, cut it in half vertically, then trim each piece into long ear shapes. Bend them slightly and glue or tape them to the inside of the bottle's rim so they stick up or flop over for that extra charm. And don't forget the tail. A little white pom-pom or cotton ball glued to the back gives it that finishing touch. Finally, fill it with soil and plant something small, maybe basil, baby lettuce, or a cheerful marigold. Suddenly your bunny isn't just cute, she's functional. She's growing. Place her near your front steps or tucked into a flower bed, and you've got yourself a garden buddy that makes people stop and smile. Idea 6. The sardine guard line. Alright, this one's got attitude. Not just one garden buddy, but a whole squad. Meet the sardine guard line. 5 tiny bottlefish all lined up like they're guarding your garden from nonsense. You'll need 5 small plastic bottles, think mini soda or juice bottles. Start by cutting a horizontal slit down one side of each bottle, like a mouth that's always slightly open, ready to sigh. Then paint each one in bold fishy colors, silver, blue, yellow, even neon pink if you're feeling rebellious. Add stripes, dots, or patterns, whatever screams, "I'm a fish with flair." Now for the eyes. Bottle caps again, of course. Big ones, glued on each side with pupils painted right in the center. You can even tilt a few eyes to make them look suspicious, like they're side-eyeing pests. To make the line, punch a hole in the top of each bottle and run a string or wire through all 5. Space them out like little soldiers, and hang the entire row across a garden trellis, fence, or between 2 poles. And when the wind picks up, they wiggle, they rattle, and they let every bird and beetle know this garden has security now. Idea 7. The oops, I melted sunflower face. Okay, imagine a sunflower that got a little too close to the summer heat, but instead of wilting, it turned into art. That's the vibe we're going for here. To start, grab a large clear plastic bottle, something with a wide round body, carefully cut off the top, and set it aside. Now using a candle or lighter with extreme care, gently warm the cut edge until it starts to curl and ripple like soft petals. Not too much, we're going for sun-kissed, not disaster. Once it's cooled, paint the entire thing in layers of yellow, orange, and gold. Use a sponge to dab on texture. Sunflowers aren't smooth, they've got soul. In the center, glue down a circle of dried coffee beans, brown beads, or even tiny pebbles to give it that seed-like core. Pop your sunflower face onto a stick or bamboo skewer and plant it right into the soil. Put it where the sun hits hardest, and boom, instant sunflower that doesn't droop, doesn't die, and looks like it just stepped out of an artsy daydream. Idea 8. The Bottlebelly snail planter. If your garden has that one shady, quiet corner that feels like it needs a little spark of weird joy, this is your moment. Let me introduce you to the Bottlebelly snail. Start with a 1.5-liter plastic bottle, something with a round, gentle curve in the middle. Lay it sideways and cut out a rectangular window on the top, just big enough to hold a handful of soil. This will be your snail's shell, but it's also a tiny plant. Next, for the snail's head, use the bottle's neck. Keep the cap on, it's going to be the nose. Attach 2 bent straws or pipe cleaners right behind the cap as little eye stalks. Glue googly eyes or tiny beads on top, and suddenly, you've got a personality. Paint your snail however you like, swirly patterns, speckles, or keep it simple with a single bold color. I personally love doing one in garden green with white spiral stripes like a cartoon come to life. Once painted, fill the cutout section with soil and plant a succulent creeping thyme or even moss. Let it look like the snail is growing its own little mobile garden as it glides across your flower bed. Idea 9. The boiny bottle-legged frog. Now every garden deserves a frog, not the croaky kind. Though those are cool too, but one that looks like it just hopped out of a cartoon and parked itself on your stepping stones. For this one, grab a short, wide plastic bottle. Something like a sports drink bottle works great. This will be the frog's chunky little body. Paint it green, of course. Go wild with spots, swirls, or even a bright red smile. Frogs don't judge. Now here's the fun part. The legs. You'll need 4 bendy straws or pipe cleaners. 2 for the back, 2 for the front. Curl the ends into little toes, then glue or tape them to the underside of the bottle so they stick out like your frog's ready to leap. Add 2 big googly eyes or make your own from bottle caps with black buttons inside, and stick them up on top. Let them be dramatically large. It's more fun that way. Now place this guy near a puddle, under a bush, or even in the middle of a flower pot like he just decided. Yep, this is my throne now. Idea 10. The disco duck sprout sitter. Okay, this one's got rhythm. This isn't just a duck, it's a disco duck, and it moonlights as a tiny sprout pot when it's not dazzling the garden with its charm. Start with a small plastic bottle like a vitamin water or flavored drink one. Cut the top off cleanly and keep the bottom half. That's your duck's body. Use a second smaller bottle cap or a ping pong ball if you have one lying around. Attach it to the rim using a wooden skewer or stick. It should bob just slightly like the duck is bopping to invisible music. Paint the body bright yellow with a splash of orange for the beak. Add cartoonish eyes. Huge, sparkly, and slightly clueless looking. Then here's the twist. Glue little pieces of reflective foil or old CDs in tiny squares all over its back. Boom. Instant disco feathers. Now fill the top with soil and sprinkle in microgreens or herbs like cress or dill. In a few days your duck will have a fabulous green mohawk growing from its back like it's headed to a garden rave. Place it where the sun hits in the morning and watch that shiny little duck throw sparkles across your garden like it's got Saturday night fever. Idea 11. The shy Cactus Cowpoke. Every garden needs that one quiet type, the one who minds their own business, never starts drama, but always brings the vibes. That's exactly what the shy Cactus Cowpoke is. Grab a medium-sized green plastic bottle. Green soda bottles are perfect. Keep the cap on. That's going to be his little cowboy hat base. You'll want to cut a circle out of thick paperboard or an old plastic lid and glue it around the cap to form the wide brim of the hat. Paint it brown or tan and maybe rough it up a bit. This is no shiny new cowboy. This one's seen a few garden battles. Now for the body. Leave it mostly green, but draw on a stitched smile, a little mustache, and sleepy eyes. You can add spines with a black marker or glue on tiny white yarn tufts to look like fuzz. Plant a cactus or sedum right in the top of the hat, or even better, let a spiky succulent grow out the back like a wild ponytail. Set him among your potted plants or right next to your tool shed like he's on silent watch. Garden buddy level. Mysterious. Dust. Probably whistles sad country songs when no one's around. Idea 12. The Soda Cap Caterpillar Parade. This one brings pure joy and it wiggles. If your garden could use a splash of color and something that makes the grandkids go, ooh, then it's time for the Caterpillar Parade. You'll need several plastic bottle caps in different colors. Line them up end to end, green, red, blue, orange, anything goes. Hot glue or strong craft adhesive will hold them together in a wavy pattern like the little guy is mid-wiggle. Now for the head. Pick a larger cap, maybe from a milk jug or juice bottle. Draw or glue on some funny eyes, a cheeky smile, and don't forget the antenna bent pipe cleaners or twist ties work perfectly. Once your caterpillar is assembled, glue it onto a long flat rock, a strip of wood, or even straight into a flower bed border. If you're feeling extra playful, add tiny feet made from beads or cut up straws glued underneath each segment. This caterpillar doesn't move, but it sure looks like it might. Place it where it catches the morning sun, and let those bold colors shine through the dew. Idea 13. The glow-up beetle lantern. Now this buddy right here, it's for those dusky evenings when your garden still has stories to tell. Say hello to the glow-up beetle, a garden lantern made from a bottle that looks like it wandered in from a fairy tale. Start with a small clear bottle, something smooth and round. Paint the body black with metallic green or deep purple accents to give it that iridescent beetle look. Add 2 wings using cutout plastic from another bottle or transparent folder. Paint them lightly so they still catch the light. Glue them open at an angle, like the beetle's about to take off. Next, poke tiny holes along the bottom edge and insert a string of battery-powered fairy lights or a single LED tea light inside. You can use the bottle cap as the on-off switch spot by hiding the battery pack underneath. Add legs made of pipe cleaners or stiff wire and glue on some large dramatic eyes, because why not? You can perch this beetle under a shrub or place it on a stone, anywhere you want a soft evening glow. At night, it lights up just enough to turn heads. During the day, it looks like an enchanted bug straight out of a storybook. Idea 14. The gossiping bottle butterfly. You know that one garden buddy who always looks like it knows everyone's business? That's this one. The gossiping bottle butterfly. Bright, bold, and perched like it just landed from the juiciest plant party in town. Start with a small plastic bottle, something slim and not too bulky. Cut it in half horizontally, and use the bottom piece as the body. Paint it a bold color: hot pink, electric blue, bright lemon yellow. Think drama. Now for the wings. Cut 2 large wing shapes from a clear plastic container lid or another bottle. They should be oversized. This butterfly lives for attention. Paint swirling patterns on them using metallic markers, nail polish, or stained glass window paint for a light-catching effect. Attach the wings to the back of the body with glue, then curl 2 little pipe cleaners into antennae and glue them up top. You can perch your butterfly on a garden stake, flower pot rim, or attach a magnet and let it live on your metal tool cabinet like it's eavesdropping on your gardening secrets. And don't forget the face: big eyes, a sideways smirk, maybe even lash. She's not just decorative, she's got opinions. Garden buddy level pretty. Nosy, flaps dramatically when the wind blows. Idea 15. The Elder Gnome from Bottle Hollow. Every garden needs a wise one. The one who's seen all your planting seasons, watched your cucumbers thrive and your basil flop, and still sits quietly full of secrets. That's the Elder Gnome from Bottle Hollow. Start with a tall, sturdy plastic bottle. 2-liter soda bottles work perfectly. Cut off the top just above the label area so you're left with a wide, flat-topped shape. Flip it upside down. Yep, you're building from the bottom up. Now take an old sock, a piece of felt, or even a leftover holiday napkin, and fashion a tall, droopy hat. Hot glue it to the top like it's sliding off slightly. Add a fluffy cotton ball or yarn beard under the chin area, and paint on a round nose using a small marble bead or a glued-on bottle cap. For the robe, you can wrap the body with burlap, old tea towels, or just paint it in warm, earthy tones. Add hand-painted buttons, maybe even a patch or 2 to make him look properly aged. Set him in a shady corner of the garden near a cluster of herbs or under a large leafy plant, and he'll look like he's been living there long before you arrived. Maybe he's guarding something. Maybe he's judging your watering schedule. And that's it. 15 adorably quirky, low-budget, high-charm plastic bottle garden buddies, each with their own little soul. If you've made it this far, you have to tell me which one's moving into your garden first. Or better yet, are you making them all a village? And don't forget, if this gave you even one idea or a single smile, hit that like button, subscribe for more down-to-earth garden joy, and share it with that friend who always says, "I can't craft," because after this, you absolutely can. See you next time, garden dreamers.